Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more surviving Mars Green Planet. We have made our dome, and we are preparing for the arrival of our very first, what do we call them? Colonists. Yes, that's what they are, they're colonists. So they'll be arriving relatively soon, which I'm looking forward to, and we're going to start working on our very first dome. So yeah, we could possibly go ahead and get some extra metals at the moment, but at the moment I think we're just trying to start a basic society. We will do what we can. So we need, what do we need? We'll need some people to be working in a whole bunch of places, but that's okay. And yeah, we will see how this all pans out. We do have a farm that is slowly being worked upon, which is good. Or at least there will be once we have people on board. But that should work out relatively well. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to get this landing pad sorted out before we send out our rocket this time round. A little bit of a disappointment there, but again, it could be a whole stack worse, so I'm not too concerned. However, I am noticing we're getting a little bit short on power at the moment. We are burning through a bit. We may need to turn something off at night time. Not a huge fan of turning off the Moxie unnecessarily. But you know what? At the moment, we seem to be stuck at capacity. So let's go ahead and turn this off for now. Yeah, that should be good. That'll save us... Oh, you know what? That's only 2 power. That's not a whole stack. Now, what about this? That is 5 power. That's worth a little bit more. There we go. We'll turn that off during the night. That is okay. That will essentially double our work time. Yeah, we still have 8 hours left. Okay, that will be what we're going to turn off for now. That should be good. Now, if we can build up a couple more of these power accumulators, we will certainly go ahead and shut our Stirling generator. At the moment, we do have it open, so it is using up maintenance a little bit quicker than other times. But for now, it just is what it is. Alright, but either way, 99%, let's see, come on, does that tick over to 100? Yes, it does. So can we land you? I think we probably can. So let's go ahead and swing the shuttle around this direction. And no, we should probably land with a bit of a grand entrance. Yep, there we go. The ramp will lead them straight to their new homes. I think that is rather good. So let's see how things go. Now, we do have a little bit of science at the moment. Not a whole stack, but a little bit. Apparently, we have a sponsor of 200. We also gain an extra 100 through our Explorer. We should possibly see about outsourcing again. I think that would be really good. Getting a few of these techs a little bit quicker could be advantageous, especially as we need to see a few more technologies. We have a long tree to make our way through, and we know that it's easier to snowball if anything. So let's go ahead and spend $1 billion. Yeah, I think that's probably worthwhile. That's 1,000 science per day, so that'll mean that we'll be able to get through things much faster. We have the cash coming in our bank account, and we technically have a little bit of money production as well with our rare metal refinery. So I think it's going to be something that we can afford. Now, one of the things that we are doing is we're needing to pick up a whole stack of waste rock. That's what we use to turn it into, we sort through it and make rare earth minerals from the deposits. So we have our drones at the moment out here working on this construction site. This is going to take them a rather long time, but it will give us a whole stack of excess waste rock. So that is something that will help us out. In fact, given how much we can keep here, yeah, you know what, we'll keep the dumping site as it is for now. We can change it later in the future, but for now it should be more than we need. But either way, let's go ahead and see what's going on. It looks like our founder stage has started, so we have 9 souls in 23 hours and a new beginning.
Hope and determination. The first founders have set foot on the Red Planet.
Okay, so the next 10 souls will be full of difficulties and dangers, but also with great promises and opportunities. It is now to us to prove that Mars can be a doorway to greater riches and the future of the human civilization. Even the most epic adventures begin with a single step. So the effect is that the arrival of additional colonists are temporarily suspended until the colony proves able to sustain human life. Your founder colonists must survive for 10 sols before additional people can arrive. And then there is a hint saying that the colony will be evaluated positively before the period ends in the event the first human is born on Mars. If you are feeling up to the challenge, try constructing a medical building and raising the comfort of the founders as much as possible with service buildings. Okay, so we should have a bit of a plan for that already. We have...
Milestone achieved.
First human on Mars, another 250 science. That's excellent. So we have this here. This will give us food and shopping. This does give service comfort as well. Same with our diner. That's for 40 comfort. The infirmary will also work out rather well. And then we also have the farm. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is we're going to go ahead and... Oh, we only need a single shift. Oh, well, if that's the case, we'll go ahead and let that be. I think we brought 3 botanists with us. So we will leave them all there. We have... Let's see. Let's open up a 3rd shift. We'll try and work that through and we'll disable the 2nd position. I think that'll be all right. The grocer should also be open if at all possible. And same with the infirmary. Yeah, we're going to see if we can get the most out of our workers. Alright, so either way, that should be them landing. And apparently, oh, we could build up a research lab potentially. Alright, well, I hadn't planned on that just yet. Let's have a look at what that would require though. So it's not under production, it's probably under... Let's see. Life support, no. Not under domes. Education and research. Yeah, there we have it. Okay, so a research lab. This would be a couple of workers. And it's not too large of a building either, so that wouldn't be the end of the world. That would be a good use of some of our electronics, although that would then mean we need to keep paying them in maintenance. You know what? Let's just let everybody arrive. There's the... there they all are, just slowly making their way inside.
Have arrived. Research complete.
We'll see if we have any scientists. If we have a couple, maybe we do go ahead and start working on that technology. But for now, that's fine. So what have we got? We have the goal of... What's this? Land colonists by Sol 15. Okay, so that's 4,000 science. And then if we can export 60... Oh, it's 60 rare metals by the end of Sol 3. We can go ahead and get a bunch of free supplies. A prefab reactor if we have 4 domes with spires. What else do we have? We have domes connected to other domes. We can gain some celebrities. And then a dome with 200 colonists. That'll give us $3 billion. Okay. So that is... Yeah, that is a fair bit. We also have research finished because we finished up all that stuff with that big chunk of tech. Let's see. Transport's probably worthwhile. Sensors could also be good for that. Let's see. Scientists and botanists have extra performance. You know what? Botanists would be good. We do need that farm up and running. We're working on the drone swarm. Let's go with transport and then let's go with the autonomous sensors too, and then we can build some of those up. Yeah, that could be worthwhile. So we'll go ahead and take those. What do those sensors look like though? We should probably check that out. That should be under production or life support. I think it would be... yes, regular infrastructure. Okay, so that'll cost us 1 electronic and 1 metal. A little bit of power consumption, but that'll go away fairly soon. Boost scanning speed, especially for nearby sectors. You know what? Extends the advanced warning for disasters. That seems fairly ideal. Let's go ahead and build a couple. Well, let's build at least one of these, just so we are in the know. Let's throw this over. You know what? That's a fairly safe spot. Let's put that there. We can't put anything else in that area. There's our milestone as well sorted out. So first humans on Mars, and then here are our colonists, and then we just have to wait this out before we can get more people. Alright, that's all good. That is all very, very good. I also see that our transport... Have you finished doing what we had you doing before? Yes, it looks like you've transferred some metals, but you had more to pick up. But they were over... It's kind of hard to see at night time. Let's go back a second. Let's zip up. 18 metals. Yeah, okay, so there definitely were metals somewhere in here. Let's see, where were they? Maybe we need to pick them up during the day. Yeah, they'll stand out a little bit better, I think. Alright, well, either way, that's not the end of the world. We'll figure it out sooner than later. It's about to be daylight anyway, so that won't be too hard. Let's see. Alright, so either way, colonists. Let's have a check-in on them. We have a medic, some geologists, botanists, no specialization medic, engineer, botanist, geologist, and okay, so we have no scientists. That's alright. The comfort is 50. That's fairly decent. Starting out this early, so that's not too bad. We probably want... Well, I suppose we could always build the... We always could build the research lab and staff it with some non-optimal staff. It wouldn't be the world's best thing, but it would mean... Let's see, we have one person working in all of these. Engineers... Let's see if any of these are workaholics, because if they are, we will happily do it. Oh, yep, you're a workaholic. Well then, in that case, let's get you working overtime. Let's see. Nothing here, nothing there. A workaholic yet again. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so that will have to be good enough for now. Let's see. Botanist, and a botanist. You're also a workaholic. I don't think we'll go ahead and do this. Maybe if there's only one, but for now, that should be good enough. So let's see. When does this finish? This will take a couple of, 4 souls until harvest. This will increase the soil quality as well. That is really good. We want to get that up to 100% as fast as possible. And then I think after that, we will start switching between... Probably... wheat might be alright. But I think we might switch between the potatoes and the soybeans. Keep that soil quality nice and high. Maybe even chucking in a wheat every so often. Just to get the maximum. But again, that will be for future us to figure out. Right now we should be all well and good. Alright, let's see. Power is still doing very nicely. We've survived the night. That is excellent. Yeah, so we're going to keep this turned off over night time, as well as one of these moist evaporators. Yeah, that should be fine. And we'll figure out the rest as we go. Alright, so let's see. Is there anything else we really need to worry about? Oh, hang on a second. Right, we need to check the jobs. We have 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's everybody working. That is fine by me. I think that should be relatively good. Oh, and it looks like we have finished our Martian vegetation research. So let's have a look. We'll work from the top down. Terraforming buildings. Okay. They are now available. Construct them to consume seeds after the local soil quality and affect the local soil quality and vegetation, and to increase 4 global terraforming parameters: atmosphere, temperature, water, and vegetation. Check the terraforming build menu section. Each building tooltip provides further information. Okay, so vegetation. Parameter represents the spreading and diversity of vegetation and bacterial life on a planetary scale. Its improvement boosts local vegetation growth speed and spread. The vegetation is increased by working forestation plans and completing special projects. Alright then, that's not too bad. And then what else have we got? Vegetation has been researched. Congratulations, you have successfully made the first step towards turning Mars into a lush green haven. You have unlocked the seeds resource that can be imported from Earth. Seeds are stored into specialized storages and used by forestation plants and open farms for planting vegetation outside domes. Most plants require some terraforming progress to be made. Check out the atmosphere, temperature, surface water, and vegetation coverage in the planetary view. After improving these terraforming parameters will improve the productivity of some buildings, decrease the severity of disasters, and ultimately may render Mars lush, breathable, and covered with liquid water. Alright, and here we are, the seeds. Yep, we have access to those. We may now import seeds from Earth or grow them in farms, increase soil quality, temperature, and water parameters to allow local vegetation to grow in our sector. Alright, very good. That is nice. Now, what does that open up now? Discover 6 planetary anomalies. Ooh, that's not bad for terraforming. Yeah, that could be really good as far as the science is concerned. In fact, what do we want to do? We'll give the botanists their... You know what? Engineers and geologists are probably not the most important thing right now. Let's go for the botanists. And then from there, let's work our way to RC transport, planetary survey, sensors, and then that final one for those engineers. Yeah, engineers and geologists aren't exactly making a whole... well, they're not doing their specialized work at this stage. So let's focus on other things. Alright, what have we got? Fuel refinery, we could go ahead and do that. It does look like we are consuming a little bit too much water right now. That is not a good sign. We may need to fix that. So if that is the case, I'm thinking maybe another Stirling generator may be an important thing just so we can afford to increase these moisture evaporators, because at this stage I don't think we can build another one. Life support, let's check it out. Yeah, we need to research how to build them ourselves. Okay, so that is going to be a bit of a problem. What is this? We have a ranch, and then we also have an outside ranch as well, but that's again quite expensive and we're not going to be able to work on that for a bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at a resupply. Let's go ahead and look at that. Let's go for... an RC commander wouldn't be bad. Might be able to start shuffling around some extra drones and picking up some things. You know what? Yeah, we might need one in the future. Let's go ahead and put that on the list and we'll see what else we can bring. Let's go with another Stirling generator just for extra power of a night time as well. That leaves us with 8,000 kilos to play around with. Another moisture evaporator, that is for certain a necessity. And then we have 3,000 kilos. That's not going to be any buildings, that's for sure. Let's go with... What do we go with? We'll go with some more polymers. That's probably not a bad idea. We could invest in some seeds, but again, right now, that's not something... Oh, it's not something we have weight for. And we don't really need it as of this moment. So let's go with the polymers. That seems to be a fairly safe bet. We have 1 tunnel left. Can we make anything else fit? We could bring in one more drone. Or a or another orbital probe for the future. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's bring a spare orbital probe. You never know, we might need one. It's not the end of the world. But that means we'll come in with, yeah, more power, more moisture as well. I think that should be fine. That'll also give us the commander. Yeah, I think all in all, that's not a bad selection. So let's go ahead and launch. We'll make the most out of that. All right, so that'll be fine. Let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit. That is probably going to help us out a bit. We could go ahead and start upgrading some of these things like the Moxie. That would be...
Sector scanned.
you know what? I'm not actually sure if that's that beneficial at this stage. Extra oxygen is nice, but right now we are in excess, so I don't think we have to worry about that. We have a full oxygen tank too. Let's see. This is... Oh, actively discharging. Oh dear. Okay, we're not going to have enough power to get through the day at this rate. We need to turn off something, and I think... what do we do? We're going to... I can't turn off the moisture. We're already short on water. Let's go ahead and... you know what? As much as I don't really want to do it, we're going to turn off that rare metals refinery for now. That'll have to be fine. That gives us some excess power so we can build up our capacity through the night. Yeah. And you know what? It doesn't... what was that? Oh, polymers got deposited by an asteroid. Ooh. That was close. Alright, oh, you know what? Well, that means we do need to pick some stuff up anyway with our transport. Let's go ahead and gather resources right there. And then from there, let's go ahead and gather, yeah, these resources too. And then we'll collect all of these as they come back towards us. Alright. But you know what, that one polymer though, still remarkably useful since that is such a rare option for us to pick up at this stage. That doesn't hurt us whatsoever. At least, yeah. Yeah, that'll help us for a little bit, and at least at the moment we've got a little bit more concrete, even though we're fairly low there, and that should help us out with a few other things. Yeah, build this landing pad and give us some extra materials to build some more buildings. Alright, but anyway, that's getting built at the moment, so that is really good for us. This is still taking its time, but again, that's not a surprise in any capacity. Yeah, that's just a nice little job for our rovers to do when we've got nothing else for them to focus on. Alright, so let's see. What does this sensor tower do? Oh, of course, that would have explained a little bit of extra work. Alright, but either way, let's bring in our landing pad. We'll drop that on the new one there, so we can make the most of that, of the minimal dust. Alright, so we now have an RC commander with 4 drones, which is rather good. Let's bring them... you know what? I don't think they have too much to really do, so let's go ahead and start working on a... Maybe we build a ramp down here so we have access to this anomaly. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and start looking at some of our landscaping. Let's build a ramp. We'll start from flat, and we will work our way down. No, let's work our way over here. That seems fairly good. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll work our way down there. Alright, so that should mean you can now... Right, there we go. We'll drive you over there. That will be fine. You can get started. We'll build ourselves a little waste rock pile as well, just inside this range. Let's see. Storages. We want a large dumping site. Pop that right about there. And that is still within range, which is excellent. Alright, so we've got that sorted out as well. Then let's see, what else can we do? We can salvage the pod for an extra couple of metals. That's very nice. I am somewhat tempted to build up another large solar panel. All right, no, we have our Stirling generator we can build, of course. So let's go ahead and get that up and running. Oh, wait a second, we have two? I don't remember how we got the other one. Well, you know what? I'm not particularly sad at the prospect, so we'll go ahead and we'll pop this right by the dome. And you know what? Since there's no point in not using it, let's go ahead and build the other one side by side. Sure, that makes decent sense. Alright, was there anything else we needed? Not really.
Sector scanned.
Yeah, but, oh, right, moisture evaporator. That was the other thing that we have a prefab for. Let's go ahead and pop that. Where do we want to put this? Let's see. Is there a good spot we can put this as far as all of these are concerned? We can stay powered in. Let's go rotate around blocking objects. Okay, so I guess that'll have to be as good as we could ask for. That should automatically be tethered into both locations for the water and for the electricity.
Resources are low.
That'll be fine. Yeah, water is running low. Yes, I'm aware of that, but that's okay. Let's turn this back on. We do have enough power of a nighttime, so that is good. And then let's make that the highest priority right now. Yeah, kind of a little bit awkward, but it's going to have to be good enough. We can probably go ahead and, since we have so much energy, we could probably turn this back on. Let's see. Yeah, that works out. Oh no, -9. -1. All right, 1, that's fine. And you know what? Let's turn this back to an on state. Losing 4 per hour is fairly inconsequential. You know what? We could even pop this open. There we go. So that'll provide us a little bit more power. In fact, that means we can have everything running at all times. And I dare say that that is something we should be chasing after. That's all working. These are all working. Yep. And, you know, we'll leave the fuel refinery off for now. We need to build up our water supply. So, yeah, that would be kind of important. Alright, but either way, we are back to morning, so that's all well and good. These will get up and running. That'll build up our power yet again through the day. Yeah, this water issue could be rather scary for us if we don't get everything sorted. How much water do these use? 2. Okay, so if we don't have these crops, we're relatively neutral on water consumption. Let's see. Is there anything else we could do? 2.4, 1.6. You know what we could do? We could probably go ahead and... well, that'll only slow down our rate of consumption, but it won't actually help us. Oxygen tank is full, and you know what? We're breaking down water to use... yeah, oxygen production. Let's go ahead and... let's turn this off. Yeah, we'll do 1 shift a day. That should be more than enough. We're making more than enough oxygen. We'll see if we can find some kind of balance between these, because if I'm right, Moxie, yeah, produces oxygen. Oh no, it doesn't consume any water. Okay, so what was I thinking? Basically, yeah, no, there's not much we can do, it seems. Alright, so we're definitely needing to figure out water. Maybe we do go for the technology. Hang on a second. I think we have a water reclamation dome. Yeah, so that'll drastically reduce the amount of water consumption. And I'm thinking that that's what we'll pick up. We'll go ahead and use this systemic training first. And then I think we make that our new priority. So we have that within the day. Yeah, we just need to make sure that we are not falling behind on any of our life-sustaining things. More or less our water. Alright, so yeah, you're up and running 24/7. That's 0.6. Oh, hang on a second. I am a fool. I am a fool. I apologize to those who are watching this and realize my mistake earlier. These little hexes, they kind of show us how much of their radius that they're consuming the oxygen from, they're kind of condensing the water from that area. Because we've placed them really close together, we are not getting their full potential. That's why you'll see here that we're only getting 0.6. So realistically, what we should have done is we should have placed them further away, so they would have been able to give us what we need. Okay, that is, a very bad mistake on my end right there. Okay, yeah, that's rather costly. You know what? We're going to have to go for a resupply. Unfortunately, we can't move buildings once they've been built, so it's just a straight-up loss, which is a little bit unfortunate, but at least we noticed before things got particularly worse. Though, you know what? It's only going to take us a day to research our tech. Maybe, just maybe, we might be able to break neutral at the moment and not have to expend an entire supply drop this quickly. So you know what? We're going to leave things there, and we'll come back in the next one and see how our technology helps us out. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.